And welcome back, everybody. Waffle board breaks. How's everybody doing? 34 boxes. After tonight, we are 8 boxes away from the next reload. We've only hit one reload jersey so far in the first 7 boxes. That was the beautiful Roman Yossi Stadium Series Adidas, which came out on Tuesday. Congratulations on that hit. That was GG, I believe. And then it's an absolutely beautiful jersey, but we have 16 of the 17 new spots still boxed up. So good luck to everybody tonight. Couple unsolds. I see Larry B swept in and grabbed the Cam Atkinson closer specials. 5 on Ryan O'Reilly, 5 on Danico, 4 on Derek Steppen. So whoever wants some closer mojo, swoop in, grab your final 4 spots. Cam Atkinson is off the board. So Larry V has Cam. So Larry V's trying to keep him stay a little hot. Obviously, he's done well lately. Hit the Middleton and then knocked out the beautiful jersey this week. Very, very nice. So he's kind of lukewarm. Obviously, he's looking to go, stay hot. Obviously, we still got some good stuff here in this reload and good stuff coming. So it's on you guys. Hopefully, the randomizer shines brightly on some spots over the next 9, including tonight. So, like I said, we got 9 more boxes to go before the reload. Like I said, I'm all except for a couple in house for this coming reload. I think he's going to be 17 again. So, ROR going to Dale C, looking for some closer mojo as well. Very good, Dale C. It's been a friend of his. Hopefully, we'll see if that comes out. Ryan O'Reilly going to Dale C. Very good. Good luck to you guys. Like I said, you guys have hit semi-recently, both of you. Larry obviously hit the Beck we had, and then the Rick Middleton. So he's to two monster old school, Boston Bruins legends have hit. There's still obviously the Tim Thomas I just counted. Nick F came in and swooped that up a little while ago. It's a gorgeous Tim Thomas, obviously Stanley Cup champion, multiple designates, and that's actually serial number. So I can't wait to show that off once it hits. Real nice. Obviously, I guess Tim Thomas kind of becomes persona non grata. I guess Boston, he's a little flaky. Obviously, he went down to Florida, but can't deny the accomplishments he had as a Bruin, and that's an absolute beautiful jersey. TBT. So good luck to everybody tonight. Our games are going final. Bolts look like they wrapped it up against the Penguins. They were up. I think that was close. Pittsburgh was tied, and then Cooch took control in the third period. Grabbed the goal and assist. And I think that was just about final. Canadians shut down the Rangers 3-2. Obviously, the Rangers are now 4 games under 500, the only team in the East under 500. They had been hot. They'd won, I think, a couple in a row, 4 in a row, I think. So 3 or 4 in a row. So they're looking to lock up a bottom 5 pick. Florida, of course, beat the Bruins in overtime. So that kind of hurts their lottery chances. Of course, they're in position to get a bottom 5 pick as well. Those are the last couple teams in the Eastern Conference. The Maple Leafs, of course, just ahead of Florida, but then you got the Rangers in last. So bottom 3 teams in the East have all been top teams recently. Of course, if they hit, with the lottery pick in this coming draft, some really nice players at the top of the draft, franchise-style defensemen, not so much in the McCarr, Matthew Schaefer mode, but more in like the maybe Roman Yossi kind of, Rasmus Dahlin. We got Keaton Verhoff, solid all around with some offensive skill. He definitely is a kind of player that teams want to nail in the top 5 picks, probably going second or third, depending on how the teams up top feeling. I think there's a couple good forwards. Obviously a nice European forward, a couple of North American big forwards. You always need those on your team. Though when they don't hit, obviously it looks, it can look bad for your roster for several seasons. Obviously, it could be anything from misevaluating or over valuing, size as opposed to overall skill. And then injury issues come in. Like I said, a really good young player, Kirby Doc, was drafted third overall by the Hawks. And he was not a dominant scorer in junior, but at 6'3", 6'4", it was a big center that, the teams look for. And, he didn't quite get off the ground with Chicago, was injured, never played more than 70 games in a season, then was traded to Montreal and has been injured. Just some bad luck injuries, foot injury. Then he had an upper body injury recently, and he's still kind of hurt. Like I said, I still have faith that he can go to somebody as a free agent, probably if Montreal lets him go. But they got a couple players. They're looking kind of about the same value. Like Steve Valeno's another one where they're not sure if he's going to be a regular on the roster. If Kirby Doc is healthy, Valeno probably doesn't play as much. It's not like Valeno was, shooting lights out. So it's one of those things where they would like Valeno to, they would like Kirby Doc to be healthy. They would like to be able to play him on the top couple lines, but they've had Line as a big forward that's been injured. Valeno was not really, knocking the, pucks all around the place, but they got some really good young talent up there in Montreal. So, obviously with the Caulfields and Suzuki's and, they're pretty top to bottom, obviously on the defenseman, Hudson. They got a really good young team all around. Brought in Dobson, of course, from the Isles, and they need to click on a couple of those big forwards on the top, two lines before I could really think about them being a serious threat. But we're going to see them in the playoffs. They're looking, definitely locked in. And we'll see if they can make any noise. Young players taking baby steps. That's what we're kind of hoping for, seeing teams like the Devils and the Senators and the Canadians, as they're back into the playoffs when, Toronto and the Rangers and the Panthers not being in, these young teams taking their place, for the first couple times in the playoffs in a recent memory. We'll see if they can make some noise. But like I said, I'm not sure if they can, if they're going to be able to, do some damage. But like I said, it's, you got to cut your teeth. You got to get into the playoffs. You got to see if you can, earn your stripes as it is. Obviously you have Carolina is looking to get over the hump and make it to the finals again. Tampa would like to get back there after having a couple of years of down, seasons, with having the Panthers having won back-to-back cups, and we'd like to see them get back there. The East, like I said, we're not sure if Buffalo is legit. We'll find out in a small series. If they can beat teams in 7-game series. That's a big difference, between winning games in regulation and shootouts and overtime in the regular season is, being able to win games in a 7-game series. And these new to the playoffs teams are going to find out, what they can do. Carolina is still the team, I think, in the East, which just scares me the most. As good as Buffalo's looked anytime I've seen them play. Tampa's got a little bit of warts here and there. They go through some cold droughts, but they do have the veteran, presence and abilities. I like Detroit. I mean, if they can stay healthy, they've been dinged up a little bit across their top lines, but the cat can score. Dylan Larkin's good center. Mo Sider is a legit franchise defenseman. They're just not sure if they're quite ready to make noise in the playoffs, but like the Eastern Conference is, pretty much up for grabs, especially with Toronto, Florida, and Rangers not there. So we'll see who wants to take the reins and runs with it, whether it's going to be Carolina using their absence to kind of assert themselves, or Tampa can make another nice run, or the young teams like, Buffalo and Ottawa, those teams, Islanders, if they can get in, those teams want to make runs now, right out of the gate as a new young playoff team. So that's how we're looking in the East. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I don't know if anybody stayed around to watch last night, the best team in the league play the worst team in the league, and it was insanity. watching the Oilers lose the Canucks was pretty crazy. Like I said, I loved seeing my boy the Flow step up with the empty net goal to complete his hat trick. It was, like I said, McCarr not playing was definitely evident for Colorado having the inability to kind of flow their game like usual. Devin Tays has had a really down year, and they didn't. Malinsky stepped up in his absence by having a couple goals. But they just, I mean, Vancouver just kept coming. It wasn't like they had a terrible game in net for Colorado, Wedgwood, and then he was replaced. But Vancouver just kept coming. Teddy Bluger had one of the best games of his career. A couple goals for him. Obviously, see in the flow. Brock Besser with the hat trick. It was pretty crazy game. You see, I think it was like 8-6 ended up being the final. You don't see that very often, especially when you're the best team in the league, points wise, and going against the worst team in the league, points wise. Like Vancouver's not a lock to get the number one overall pick in the lottery, but they'll have the most lottery odds in their favor. Clearly, the number one pick is going to be the forward from Penn State. So he's clearly going to go number one. It looks to be that's going to locked in. So, I mean, I don't think anybody else has asserted themselves to bump him out of the spot, but so how it goes. But it was interesting to see, Vancouver step up and stomp all over Colorado last night. So, but like I said, the games, we got a couple games on tonight, late games, not great matchups, but we got a couple, 10 o'clock games just getting ready to go. We got, of course, the Leafs and the Sharks. Chance to watch Celebrini. He was magical last night in their comeback. Their third period win, last minute goal. He assisted on. Fantastic watching him and Will Smith. They were unbelievable last night. So it's worth tuning in. See the Sharks and the Leafs. It's funny, the Leafs are out of the playoffs and they're 32-30. With 13 overtime losses and shootout losses, but Sharks are 35-31-7, and they're in the playoffs right now with the out West. I think they're in. So obviously you got the Flames and Golden Knights tonight, Mammoth and Kraken, two good teams out West fighting for playoff seedings, and then the Preds and the Kings. So West Coast games we got to watch after we're done. Just one box tonight. We only got two unsolds left. We got, let me see, let me close out the Cam is gone. Let me remove that. And where the Ryan O'Reilly is gone. Let me remove that. So, let me see the Ken Danico. Why is the Ken Danico looking weird? Ken Danico for 5, Derek 7 for 4. We're going to break it even if they don't sell. I'm not going to force them on you guys. If anybody wants to grab them for some closer mojo, they're there for you. But let me see if I get anything else. Oh, let me show off the jersey for Sunday. Oh, Danico. Thomas M. grabbing the Danico. Let me put you in there. Thomas. Okay. Okay. Very good. Take the Danico up there. So Danico's gone. So just Derek Steppen. That'll be community spot if nobody wants to grab it. I don't mind doing that. But let me show off the Sunday's givings. Like I said, the 3-year anniversary for WAFFLEBOARD Breaks is Tuesday, but we're going to do givings on Sunday. So Sunday, get your bids in. Every spot will have a chance to win this. Of course, we'll be down to 33 and 32 boxes on Sunday. So everybody will have a 1 in 33 chance of winning these two givings. First one is a nice Doug Smith signed Goon 8x10. Obviously, the movie most of you guys, hockey fans, have seen. Sean William Scott, Leaf Schreiber, Doug Glatt, the Goon in the movie was based on Doug Smith. Doug Smith, actually, there is the autograph of Doug Smith. That's a nice Goon 8x10. That'll be given away. But also we'll be giving away the Doug Glatt Doug Glatt custom jersey signed, of course, by Doug Smith. There it is. Nice custom jersey. There it is. Doug Smith with the real Goon inscription. So that will be given away. Both of those will be given away on Sunday. I'm trying to get maybe something else, maybe another puck in there for you guys as well. But those will be Sunday's giveaway prizes. So get your bids in on eBay. Every spot will be eligible to win those. No spot will be removed, even if the same spot wins both. That's the way the randomizer goes. But every spot will be eligible to win those two on Sunday. So get ready for that on Sunday. like I said, I hope to Fed. Maybe I'll throw in a puck somewhere. Let me see what I have lying around for you guys as well. But like I said, I want to celebrate the 3-year anniversary. And of course, we have more people here on Sunday. This is the second to last box, double box before the reload. The following Sunday is the last double box before the reload. I hope to get up some, like I said, 15 of the 17 jerseys are in-house. I probably get some collage picks up this weekend. And then, of course, the full pictures will go up at some point in time next week. But I'll throw up a couple collage picks. I can do at least 12 jerseys from the 15 in-house. And I'll give them up on the page. So keep an eye out for that. But like I said, just one box tonight. Let's get it going. Not going to wait around too long. Get a decent crowd. I think we had 10 or 11 people in tonight, I think, grabbing spots, 34 boxes. It doesn't sit around too long, but obviously just the Derek Steppen being a community spot. Boxes 3 and 11, of course, are attached to the hip. If we hit 3, we'll open up 11 as well. We hit 11, we will open up 3 as well. So, and that is the double box, the unstated double box that will stay that way until we hit either one of them. So good luck to everybody with that. Let's see if anything else. Other than that, like I said, double box coming on Sunday. Let me see. Ready to go. Okay, let's do it. I said I'm not going to wait around too long. Let's get done so we get to our late games. Let me get my randomizer and my dice roller up here. Here we go. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, as always, 5 or more on our dice roll. One box tonight from the 34 boxes available. We'll be down to 33 and 32 for Sunday. Should be fun. Like I said, after tonight, we have 8 more boxes. I'll end whatever hits. Every one of the other spots is now live, still on eBay. It went live on Tuesday. I think I saw a couple bids in, but I didn't see which was which. So I know some of you guys wait till at least we break tonight, and then, of course, most people break, jump in on, Saturday and Sunday, get your bids in. So boxes here, 3 and 11, of course. We have 2, 3, 4, 3. 6 from February, and now still 16 from March. So there we go. Let me see. 3 and 11 attached to the hip. 3 boxes from early December, late December. 4, 3, 6 from the February reload, and of course 16 all the way through. So the only 80 box we've hit was 85. So if it's 80 or 90, it is definitely, not 80, 81 or higher is from the reload. So good luck, everybody, tonight. One box. Let's see the randomizer likes tonight. Good luck, everybody. 5 or more on the dice roll. We got 7. Most common dice roll. 7 times the list. Let's do it. Good luck, everybody. 7 times. 1. 34 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the box tonight is going to be box number 73. 73. 7 times. 73. 7 times. 73. Here we go. 73. Let me back that out so I don't forget. 73. It will not be the community spot, so you don't have to worry about that. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Thomas. Let me see. 73. Thomas's claim, Larry's already claimed. The only unsold left was Derek Steppen. So don't worry about it. Nobody grabbed Steppen. So Derek Steppen. Box 73. Let me get my lists. Oh, you're calling it. Is that how you're calling? Maybe you're calling that spot. Oh, we got a good run here. Let me see. Box 73. Let's see. Oh, good batch. Good batch. Box 73. Okay. Let me back that out so I don't forget. Box 73. There it is. Good. Okay, well, this is up to date. Okay. So that's what it is. Because Larry didn't claim it. He's calling it in the box 73. This box 73. There it is. I know the feeling, Larry. I've been there numerous times when you want to grab a spot and you don't grab the spot, and that's the spot that hits. But let me, like I said, it's a possibility. Let's do that. It's obviously one of the spots here. So here we go. Box 73. Good stuff in this run. Let's see what we got. Box 73. Good luck, everybody. Box 73. I can't tell. These all kind of feel the same to me, so. Box 73. Like I said, down to 33 boxes after tonight's. Get over to eBay, get your bids in. I probably should move boxes around, but I like keeping the 16 on the shelves. I don't have to start making boxes for the reload yet, but here we go. Box 73. Let's get at it. You know what? That's how it is. Timmy T. Tim Thomas. We've been Bruins hot. How about Milton, Beck, and now Thomas? This is an absolute beautiful, beautiful serial numbered Tim Thomas. Gorgeous black ink sig. That was the AJ COA and the star size. You resold. They must have bought it from AJ's. 2730 Vezina 2009, 2011. Timmy Thomas. Beautiful, beautiful jersey. There we go. We have been Bruins hot. How you like that? Boom. Tim Thomas. Fanatics, obviously, with the Bruin logos on the sleeves. Calling the shot. How you like that, Larry? Boom. Boston Bruins. Fanatics jerseys. Obviously, not a fight strap, just the Fanatics. Fanatics. Very, very nice. With the inscriptions. Unbelievable. Timmy T. Serial number out of 30. To his jersey number. With the dual Vezina inscriptions. 2009, 2011. Absolutely, that's how it is. Passed on it, and then boom, it hits. That was one of the unclaimed. I sat there for a little while, discounted the buck down to 10. So there it is. That's going to Nick F. Congratulations, Nick F. Very, very nice. Hopefully that he'll box this up, I believe, unless he wants it for his PC, but he's got stuff breaking over it or whatnot. I didn't catch this stuff tonight, but I knew he hit Kyle Connor, I think, the other night. I don't know if he anything else. You hear, Nick? I'm not sure if you're done breaking. I didn't see you live before we jumped on. So congratulations, Nick, on the Timmy T. Tim Thomas going to Nick F. Very, very nice. Like I said, he was one that sat there for a little bit. Obviously, you know, it's serial number 27 out of 30. It's a real nice jersey. So that's a beaut. Congratulations to Nick F. Sorry for everybody, of course, it did not hit. Randomizer did not shine on you tonight, but we're down to 33, 32 boxes for Sunday, plus the giveaways. Definitely come here Sunday night, get some bids in. Unsold will get posted shortly after they end Sunday, whether or not we have any. Of course, only 33 boxes. Obviously, with only, minimum bids often. But like I said, if minimum bids, none of them get them. The unsolds will be posted on Facebook shortly after the auctions end. And then, of course, we'll fill it up, no doubt. We'll be giveaways, celebrating the 3-year anniversary, which, of course, is not till Tuesday, but we'll be celebrating on Sunday. I got giveaways. You come to WAFFLEBOARD Breaks, I got some freebies for you. So we got at least the 8x10, at least the jersey, and probably a puck. I'm going to see what I have available for you guys. Definitely get some stuff to you. I don't mind. You guys are the best. We're one of the best break rooms that I know. Love you guys. Got to get back to you when I can. So congratulations, Nick F. on a great Thomas serial numbered Vezina inscriptions, 2009, 2011. I will pack that up, get ready to ship. I'll probably ship tomorrow, Saturday morning at the latest. But everybody that's won recently, seems like I got a Bruin jersey going out. I got some Bruin jerseys coming in. There's not a Bruin jersey Yeah, obviously the Adam Oates is part of this most recent reload. Still boxed up. I got another Bruin jersey coming in coming to reload, at least one, maybe two. I'll see what I have coming for you guys. But they're coming. Congratulations to you guys. Thank you much. Thank you much. Appreciate the continued love and support. And I'll see everybody back here on Sunday. Get your bids in. I'll end, of course, Thomas on eBay, so that won't be there anymore. And we'll get to that. We'll get to it on Sunday. So thank you much, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys back here on Sunday. Enjoy the late games tonight and through the weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday afternoon. Waffleboard Breaks is out. Enjoy, guys. Take care. Stay safe.